All right, so here is my story of step two, believing for better. Um, I'd already kind of explained that I knew that there had to be a better way than what I was currently living and experiencing with my wife. The frustration, the constant tension, and the anger that I was dealing with is like, man, that can't just be okay. That can't just be normal. We can't continue to exist that way. And so I knew from past experience, though, in my own life, that I knew that God was able to provide better things for me, a better way of living. He'd provided better jobs, he's provided better houses, he provided, better relationships, and so I knew that was available, and so I just stepped forward and kept stepping forward into the things that God was showing me and calling me during this season. And what I came to realize is that I had a lot of deeply held beliefs that were creating the problems that I was facing and the problems that I was causing in my marriage. I realized that we get results by design, right? Henry Ford created the Model T and had a conveyor system where it's like, hey, you put this part on, you put this part, and he had a design and it produced a result. I had created this situation of belief that was producing a result that was not healthy in my marriage and in my own thinking and my expectations. And so, in order to change that end process, I had to change the design or what I was doing in order to get a different result. And the only way I knew to do that was by asking the questions and digging in and getting to the root of the things that I've kind of already talked to. I had faith, right? I had faith, and what I learned is that faith is not just a spiritual thing. Faith is something that we are exercising all of the time. And what I came to understand is that I was placing my faith in my performance in order to be accepted by my wife, in order to be accepted by God. And that is really what was causing a lot of problems. I was redirecting or misdirecting my faith to the wrong thing. I wasn't trusting God with this stuff. I was trusting in my own efforts. I was trusting in my wife to satisfy and to make me feel a certain way, and that was just not working. As I continued to progress through kind of this process, I started to gain some understanding, and that understanding provided me an opportunity to just be patient with myself and understanding that the Lord was also lovingly and patiently walking through this with me. And that was super encouraging because, I just wanted to like make the change and just move on with life. But it's like it took a while to kind of root these things out and to replace the lies with truth. As I gained clarity, though, I finally started to understand that hope and faith worked together. I knew that if I acted this way, I would get this result. And so that hope, right, is what my faith moved on. I was hoping that I would get this result because I knew that I would do that and I would get that result. But the opposite of that is to trust God and to have my hope placed in something else, a different result, and my faith would move towards that. And that's what I came to understand and believe in this step is that I can believe God for better things if I trust Him and put my hope in what He says rather than what I've previously already experienced. So that is, in essence, kind of like what I was working through in step two during that time. Bless you guys. We'll see you in the next lesson.